So what's a street taco exactly? Well, in South Texas, a street taco is defined by a small corn tortilla heated up with a little bit of oil, stuffed full of bistec, aka fine chopped chuck meat, and topped off with some caramelized or sometimes diced onions and some salsa, cilantro, and that squeeze of lime. And in this video, I'm gonna show you how to cook them up perfectly on the Blackstone Griddle. Vámonos! So we're gonna start with the onions first. We're gonna dice the small one, street taco style. Next, we're gonna slice some onions for sauteing. Then you can go half like this. I'm gonna take this whole head of cilantro right here, cut it off right there. Just gonna chop it all up. You can go as fine or as coarse as you like. I don't really like to use a lot of stems. We're gonna throw a little bit of that in there. Last but not least, our green lime. I find that when you cut them lengthwise like this, you have a lot more pulp exposed, so you get a little bit juicier squeeze out of the lime. So I've got 2 1/4 pounds of chuck meat here. I'm gonna go ahead and separate the meat from some of this grizzly fat here. We don't really need that for this particular type of cook. This just makes it easier to dice up the whole thing. Let's cube this up real small for our street tacos. We're gonna go ahead and put a little bit of salt, pepper, and garlic on here and just kind of mix it up a little bit. All right, so I'm gonna lay down a little bit of oil here. We're gonna start getting our onions sauteed. Even though I don't have a burner on this side, you can see the heat kind of travels through this big griddle. So it's perfect temperature to saute these onions, nice and easy. It's time to get the bistec meat on there. First, we're gonna lay a little bit of oil on here, give it a little spread. Woo, I got one of them onions over here. Watch out. Let's get the meat on there. You gotta hear that sizzle, friends. If you're not sizzling that meat, you ain't doing it right. It's that simple. Do the old flippity flip. Now remember, this is chuck meat, so you can cook it a little bit longer, but you don't want to dry it out for sure. You still want that meat to be nice and tender and juicy. Flippity flip our onions. All right, at this point, our meat is nice and browned. I'm gonna turn down the heat on all 3 of these burners. Our onions will continue to cook. We're gonna give them another little flippity flip here. Oh, they're looking good, really good. See now, we didn't get a lot of water because we had plenty of heat there to brown the meat. Let me give this a taste test. We're doing okay on the salt, pepper, garlic. We use just a little bit more. All right, I don't wanna overcook this meat, so I'm gonna put it here in this little bowl. While we finish up our salsa, flip these onions one more time. They're looking really good. You always want to saute your onions. Give them a little time. Let them soften up. You don't want to burn them. You just want to saute them. Bring them up nice and slow. They'll get soft and release their wonderful sweet flavor. Let's take our salsa roja to the next level. I'm going to pour this red salsa in here. We're gonna turn on our blender on low. And what you wanna do is add a little bit of oil at a time. It only takes about a tablespoon maybe. Let's go up a little higher now. It's gonna change color a little bit. It's gonna look a little bit more orange than red. And we wanna put this in a squirt bottle. And this is what you're gonna normally see at a taqueria. The onions are looking just the way I want them, nice and soft. We're gonna get them into this bowl here so they won't be too hot when I get them into the tacos. Once again, we need a little squirt of oil. I've lowered my burners down to low, and it's time to warm up some torts. That oil helps keep them soft and they don't break when you fold them over. All right, let's get our street tacos assembled. We'll do 2 or 3 at a time. Con todo. We're gonna get some meat on each one of these. Let's add a little bit of these sauteed onions. We're also gonna add a little bit of the diced onions on 3 of them. You can assemble them either way. A little bit of cilantro on all of them. And there you have it, my friends. Quick and easy street tacos on the Blackstone Griddle. We're ready for ArnieTex's to enjoy the best part of every video, and that's the taste test. So we have the squeeze of lime, and then we're gonna take some salsa, some delicious salsa roja. Cheers, my friends. Damn, that's delicious. One of the best bites you're gonna have anywhere, anytime. This is it right here. Y'all need to try this. I'm gonna finish me another taco or 4. So thanks for watching, everybody. We hope you enjoyed it. We'll see you guys on the next video. Keep the smoke light and make it work. Boom! Vámonos.